Welcome. Another session of our pure meditation. Recording has been in progress. So Daksha Didi, whenever you're ready to start. Thank you.
Can't hear, Didi.
Yeah.
We can't hear you, Daksha Didi. Can't hear you, Didi.
We can't hear you.
I think you're muted.
No, she's not muted, but I think we still can't hear her. No, not yet. That's fine. So meanwhile, Daksha Didi is logging out and logging back again just to encounter the technology hunch. Let's take a moment, settling down with closed eyes. Let's take a moment for our own self, preparing ourselves for this wonderful journey Daksha Didi is going to take us to. The most important part is to withdraw ourselves from the world outside, from the conscious mind, from the conscious world we are constantly engaged and working with. So simply by giving a self-instruction reminder, this is my time, this is my space, all with inner space with Daksha Didi, and I'm ready. Making sure your breath, your mind is in synchrony and balanced. We'll try again with Daksha Didi. Daksha Didi, all yours. You want to say?
No sound.
No, it's still no sound. Is it the device maybe? Can't hear anything. Sorry.
નમસ્કાર દર્શક મિત્રો અમારી YouTube ચેનલ
Sorry about that. I think we're still trying to sort that out. But meanwhile, we can continue our chit chat or anything you would like to share, ask, or would like me to talk about.
I wanted to ask you one very important thing about Reiki. Is it all right to just ask the question? Or maybe later? Okay, not
Maybe later.
Yeah.
Just
Please,
this
you talk.
meditation.
Yeah, you talk, please. Talk.
No, I think we all are here today, and I'm looking forward to hear myself, Daksha Didi. So, because it's completely new way, new method, new journey. The way she does it, of course, it's a very different style. So we would like to learn and explore that more. But mind is still mind. So again, that's always we need for any sort of technique or method or the way forward. So yes, that's our mind. She's joined back. So we'll try another time to see what technology does. No, not yet. Do we try changing device if you have on phone, or I'm not sure. No, we are sorry. We would like to hear you, and for whatever reason.
Neha Didi,
Yes.
yeah, can I ask a question? You know the triangles on the logo of Arogyam. What do that signify?
In the health, we actually thought. I think we'll wait. We're already waiting for 10 minutes, but to hear you, we will definitely wait another 10. Please don't worry. If we can hear you, we would love to be here for you. I'm not very technical. I'm not sure if anybody else is technical here to help us.
Nice.
Yeah. No, it's fine.
She's trying so hard.
I know. Sometimes it's so difficult with technology. And we're just stuck. We don't know what to do. Yes. No, this triangle is just a representation of the self, but the self in all different parts when we merge together. So physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, and social. So again, all that which comes together. And as I say, it's a merging already, and rest is coming together to merge. So I thought that might best signifies us that we are not separating. We are trying to make everything as one. So that's collective effort.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. The most fascinating part for me when I joined healthcare industry as scientist researcher, it was that we were so trained and we were so focused on physical health, and we never even considered the idea of mind playing an important role into it until just 10, 20 years back. I think mind-body medicine emerged as a separate entity. And then we realized psychosomatic medicine, we realized evidences started to highlight the mind as a key factor into many of these disorders. So then we started understanding mind, but then we still take body and mind as if two different entities. So there are different medication for the mind, different for the body. You take both, but then there is no connection yet to say, how do we balance it together? So we're still treating two different entities. And if it comes to emotion, we say, just breathe, forget about it. It's not important, but it is important. It is affecting my mind. So my emotion is the one which is driving my mind onto the roller coaster, and it's unstoppable journey. So again, we are still learning into many aspects of the traditional and conventional concepts, but the beautiful part when I found this word arogyam in Sanskrit, in Ayurveda it comes from, but originally it's a Sanskrit word. So when I found that, I was so fascinated to understand thousands years back when this language expressed, it just expressed the whole health, never talked about physical health. So I thought that's the key. That's exactly what we
That's
want to
right.
do, the whole health. We don't want to say, oh, your body is this and your mind is this, but then who am I? So let's take, this is all mine and I will take care of all mine. So Arogyam,
His whole body.
whole self, whole health,
Yeah.
whole
everything.
me. Yeah. So
From
that
the
comes with
right
body,
of the head.
mind, emotion, and understanding of my own self. I think that's still at times we forget because we put others first, others' priorities, others' happiness first. So this is where the spiritual me, spiritual self is reminding you that you are the first. To put yourself for that time, at least yourself first. It's not selfish, and there is a beautiful quote I think all of must have heard. Self-care is not selfish. So if I'm looking after myself, I'm not being selfish. I'm just taking time off.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm
What
sure
we enjoy.
everybody's meditation practice is going well. You all are enjoying your practice, your own safe space.
Yes, we are. It's beautiful. Thank you.
I haven't
Challenges
started.
is part.
Yeah, I haven't started. I've still got questions, but I'll sort that out later.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, need to-
Challenges, question is all part of this journey. So there's nothing wrong. Not to forget, when we talk about mind, we have always our logical and our emotional, our sensitive, our core, all together. They all will be together. So if you have question, there's nothing that you don't know or should I ask? Well, that's a question and it is important question. So all journey is all about finding my answers, not what others says, what others experience says, what I find my answers. Yeah. And I'm always right. It's a very bold statement, but when I say I, this I is my inner self I'm talking. It's not the pride, and it's not with that
Ego.
personality I'm talking. It's that I, when I truly feel, when I know, and we talk about gut feeling, we talk about the answers coming from this unconscious to subconscious inner self. That is always right. That will never misguide you.
I'm here.
Oh,
Yes, I think now we
lovely.
can
Thank
hear.
you.
Sorry.
Very
Oh
lovely.
no, thank you so much,
Thank
Laksha
you
Didi.
so
Now
much.
we can hear you.
Okay, so let's just have a moment of silence to gather together our thoughts. Thank you. And again, a very sweet reminder that technology can help, but also can fail us at the time when we most need it or plan to use it. So, like Sister Neha was saying about using your inner awareness and inner voice, it's important to emphasize on that. The theme that I wanted to take upon this morning was a very sweet word in Hindi, Sakshi. And, there are probably various translations for it, but the term is learning to be a detached observer. With current situation in the world, there's so much happening, which is not to our liking necessarily, which is not what we want. And anybody you talk to, it will be telling you that, yes, that's not what they want. But yet it's happening, and more of it may happen in our near future. So what is it that's going to help me to be able to witness all of that, to be able to go through those phases that we are seeing that the world is going through? And I think very beautiful method is learning to be Sakshi. I'd like to expand on it. What does that mean, or what I'm trying to say is, I remember when the 9/11 situation happened and people were talking about why did it happen and who was at fault, and there was various reasons that were coming up, especially even also in our recent times when we went through COVID. So who was to be blamed? Where did it start from? Or what was the reason behind? Was it intentionally done by various governments, etc., etc.? These things we were listening to. Remember, especially during the 9/11 situation, one of the things that our administrative head that time, Dadi Janki, who of course passed away a few years ago, he was always reminding us that don't take side. So, like who is right, who is wrong, it shouldn't have happened, it shouldn't be like that. So do not take sides. But what our aim should be, or what our awareness should be, is that how could I spread peace? How could I really help those who are taking the decisions to take the right decisions which will bring benefit to everyone? Because it's wrong decisions then when somebody takes who's in power takes wrong decisions, and I don't necessarily mean power just as a political power, but it could be at home, it could be at work, it could be at school, wherever you are. If people in position take wrong decision, and wrong decision also could mean often is that you don't speak up when you're meant to be or when you should do. Wrong decision doesn't mean just taking a decision to do something, but it's often also taking decisions not to do something. So one of the ways is to have this awareness that we are all actors, and as an actor, everybody's playing their part. And the more I'm able to witness that as a co-actor and not interfere in people's part, but at the same time, or not to be influenced by people's part, but at the same time, continue to give good wishes, especially if person playing that role or part is not doing it accurately. Because when we start getting involved, what happens is that we start taking sides, and we start taking a lot of sorrow when somebody doesn't listen to us, when things are not going in the direction we want to. And when we, especially take decisions or make our perceptions based on assumptions, then what happens that years could be passed by, and we often even don't remember why we dislike somebody. What was the very first reason why you started disliking something? And the years continue and our dislike increases, our disinterest increases. I remember one person, he kind of doesn't speak to somebody, and his friends are okay with that other person. And they were asking the person, why is it that you don't talk to this person? And she was saying that she doesn't know, she doesn't remember, but she just does not. And do you see how much sorrow we hold on to, how much dislike we hold on to, and the damage that we do to ourselves by doing that? And this is why this word Sakshi, that yes, I'm playing my part, and so are others. So I do not need to be influenced in terms of people should be able to dictate how I should be playing my part. But at the same time, I do not need to impose on what I feel is right or wrong to others. We can guide each other. It's not to say we don't say, we can guide, we can inspire, but we cannot change the way people are playing their part. So it's to remember that I'm not the director of this play, but I am merely a co-actor. And it frees us really from so much of waste and dislike, and it allows us to actually contribute, like peace, like happiness, like understanding and acceptance into the world. Because it's when we don't do that, when we have a dislike or when we have a feeling of remorse towards somebody, then we spread that with people we interact with in the environment that surround us. And then before we know it, it results into world war, which we are seeing a lot more of it on a daily basis. You know, when you watch news or when you see that things pop up, it's generally not so many good things that you see. And that is the reality of life at the moment. But what is my contribution going to be? Am I going to add to it by watching it, by talking about it? Or am I going to focus on being this Sakshi and detached observer and actually kind of spreading vibrations of peace? Because see, all of the wrong things are also coming up to height, but once it reaches a certain height, it has to stop. But that will only happen if spreading of peace, spreading of love, and we collectively do that. So when that level is higher than this, then this will go down. And so often we find ourselves saying that, you know, merely me thinking about peace when mass majority are not, how is it going to help? But trust me, it will. And when we collectively think more and more of these things, then we come to this point where we are more empowered, and this has to come down and eventually finish completely. In Hindi, we say, yes, we see a lot of hahakar, you know, a lot of things that are not right. But when will the real Jai Jaikar be? When will be that glory, or when it will be glorified? When positivity keeps on increasing and increasing and multiplies. So we have a choice whether we want to support things that are not right by thinking about it, by talking about it, or actually support something that is positive. We are aware of what's not right, but we're not giving it any weight. We're not weight as in we're not entertaining it in our thinking, in our decision making in terms of taking sides and supporting this. And then when you find that they are not so good, then we start supporting somebody else. No. Let's be like a Sakshi and keeping God in between and then coming to interactions. So I'll share a few thoughts and then we'll have a few minutes of question answers. So I sit back relaxed with the feet on the ground, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. I take my thoughts within. To my inner sanctuary. Which is like a garden or a peaceful place. Or you can visualize your favorite spot that you most enjoy being at. Be by the valley, or by the ocean, or in the mountains, or a garden, whatever you prefer to be at. Bringing that into the awareness Am I feeling like that within? Is my inner sanctuary so pristine and pure? Or is it full of weeds? Of storm? Of floods? Of ill feelings and negative thoughts? Not being at comfort. Finding myself the stage of confusion, stress. And numbness in giving the right response at the time of need. There is any of that I wish to change now. One of the swiftest method to adopt is to have positive feelings for everything and everyone. Even in the most difficult times that I have to face. What is it that I'm learning? What is it that is beneficial in that? I take that, and that's what I retain. The rest I'm aware, but it's not important. And it's not what I'm going to entertain. So I take this firm awareness, a determined thought to practice. As I continue in this life with harmony with others, with the feelings that will empower the self and others. I love myself. And I love everything that life offers. I'm in total acceptance and harmony of the scenes and the people and the nature. And other species. Each one is playing their part beautifully, as per the best capacity they have. So I let go of any ill feelings. I'm free. I'm flying free. I do not want to ever go back to being in that forest of discomfort, of jealousy, of anger. No, they're foreign. I want to be myself, my true self. That is full of love, full of happiness. Filled with good wishes. And charity begins at home, starting with myself. Accepting myself as I am. Yes, with the aim to continually improve. That I understand that the improvement or transformation can only happen when I accept where I am, however I am, to take it from there. Slowly bring back my awareness to where I am. And if there is any questions you have, you can take some questions for a few minutes. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Yes. Do you have any questions?
Thank you. Dr. Didi, I'm new to the program. I'm Anuradha from South Africa. I really appreciate and learned a lot from your session today. Just a comment. You was talking earlier about the complexity, of the kind of in the world, and just to go back, not so long ago, when we had the Ram Pratishtha in India, the kind of positive vibrations that went into the cosmos, and and the amount of positivity and good that the entire world had actually got from that event itself, tells us that collective prayer can heal. It can change.
True.
And yes, and if we just have the faith for collective prayer, even among family, I always have that comment on my own family group kind of thing, that when someone is sick, please let us know, so that collective prayer can help so much.
True.
So I don't know how much you agree with me, Didi.
No, I agree that when there is collective prayers, and this is why there's this saying that, when a family eats together and prays together, stays together, Bhojan and
Exactly.
Bhajan, we have to do together as much as possible. And
Yeah.
at our meditation center, all our meditation, there's always, some part of our meditation is for the world peace. And what we do,
Exactly.
like on a third Sunday, you can connect with any of our local centers. And some of our bigger centers, we do those sessions in various languages. But certainly all centers, and even those regular students of the Brahma Kumaris, every third Sunday for many, many years now, we especially have an hour of meditation wherever we are, possibly collectively, from 6:30 to 7:30 in the evening. So we offer that at Global Cooperation House. It's also offered online. You feel free to check. And again, from Global Cooperation House, we do it in English, in Hindi. So then different people are more comfortable with different languages. So yes, we always believe that on a daily basis, not just third Sunday of the month, but that we have been doing for many years, dedicated for world peace.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
also on a daily basis, a lot of people send our messages to our seniors that when we have our study class, we have different times we meditate before and after our study class, and in between as well. So we also, even those times, especially sending our vibrations to people in need. And some of them special requests, it's their family member or it's themselves.
Yes.
So then we do. Yes.
Okay.
I've attended very, very brilliant talks in Charing Cross live some years ago. And I often listen to Brahma Kumaris, and they really charm me. It's so, so calming. Thank you.
Didi, what keeps people from sharing, their problems or their joys? In the world today, people tend to, keep to themselves, and they don't want to share not only problems, but even joy.
Let's not worry about what others do or don't, but if you continue to, so in your presence, one day they will get inspired to do as well. Yeah, it's like, let me not stop because somebody doesn't, like we could go to a group where they're all very serious and we suddenly become serious. No, let me be myself. And I don't need to then dance and sing if they're very serious, but at least I can be joyful. And then one day they'll get, encouragement that, oh yes, I could be that too. Often such people regret much later, but there you go. But if I follow them, then I'm going to regret as well.
Yes.
Okay. Any other questions or comments?
Thank you.
there's no other questions or comments, then we can do further meditation till 10. Okay. So sit back relaxed, feet on the ground. Breathing in and breathing out. I take my thoughts within. And become aware of my true self as a being of light. And I understand this being of light, the soul, the Atma, has taken on this costume to play my part on the stage of the world. I become aware of my innate qualities, my Niji Gun, which are of love, peace, happiness, positivity, wisdom, bliss, and power. These are my innate qualities, virtues. As an actor, when I perform, I wish to remember these qualities, to bring them on my forefront of my mind as I interact. Because I now am aware that is when I forget my true self and see myself as a role that I'm playing, or based on relationships, or based on the physical appearances, or age, profession. When I focus and interact based on those awarenesses, I get it wrong. I mess up myself. And then most things I do then may be not of quality or limited. So being aware of myself as a light takes me beyond the limits of this physical world and things that part us, like the differences in languages, culture, race, color, age, religion. I go beyond that as a being of light, whose innate qualities are all very, very positive. Continue to breathing in and breathing out very gently but deeply. And I continue to share my innate qualities. And now through my thoughts, I think the Supreme, a being of light, the Supreme Light, the Supreme Parent, good friend, guide, teacher. In fact, all relationships that Supreme is able to fulfill. As I invoke that Supreme Light in my awareness, and as the rays of the ocean of love and peace touches me, all the sorrow and the hurt finishes, and I feel empowered. I feel I can do so much more. I want to shine, I want to be happy, I want to share. Just carry on. Keep continuing to take power from the Supreme Light. My true guide, my friend. And I continue to share the entire planet. I am empowered. I am God's messenger, God's instrument. Wherever I go, whoever I interact with, I wish to share the message of peace, the message of belonging, the message of love. I have no animosity towards anyone. Everyone is my friend, my family, that I know them or do not know them. I share love and peace with everyone. Now I slowly bring back my awareness to where I am, the surroundings where I am. Feeling totally empowered, free, enlightened. Shanti. Just to recap a few things, that we are an actor playing a part, a child of God, and the whole world is my family. Just think of a family member that you love, your brother, your sister, or any of your relatives. And if their actions are not as you wish them to be, you will have more patience because they are your brother, your sister. So can I have that awareness for everybody in the world? Nature, animal kingdom, all species. So when there's that sense of acceptance and belonging, then you'll find that people do listen and people do change. You know, when somebody in your family is not doing something correct, but you continue to have love for them, and then you explain to them, you talk to them, they want to change. So how do I bring positivity in the world? It's by being firm in this kind of awareness that I continue to not dislike anybody, no matter what they're doing. It's not to say I don't protect myself. Yes, we do need to do that. But it's when we allow the dislike and hate to come within, that's where things go wrong.
True.
And this is all about being Sakshi, being that detached observer of what others are doing, what I am doing, and how we can make this world into a beautiful place. And remember to keep God in between.
That's right.
Remember to continue to take power on a daily basis. Right? Any final thoughts or comments? And my apologies, I was all set up, so I don't know where things went wrong. In fact, I was waiting to be logged in, and then suddenly the voice went. But that's technology for you. That's It was lovely meeting some of you after many months. And feel free to get in touch with any of our local centers that's close to you, and keep empowering.
Thank you for a lovely talk, Didi. Lovely seeing you after a long time.
Yes, nice to see you with you too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sneha,
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti
Om
Celebrate.
Shanti.
Just finish with a moment of silence and finish the session then. In silence, remember all the things we just shared and talked about. And keeping a thought for yourself. What is it that you will immediately put into practice from now on? Not even today, but now. So hopefully you'll take one or two things, certainly, to put into practice. Thank you.
Hope to see you again very soon, Raksha Didi.
It's maybe in a few months' time, because I'll be going to our headquarters middle of February.
Mount Abu.
Mount Abu, and then be back end of March. So maybe after that, yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Have a good
you.
trip.
Thank you, Didi. It was so
Thank
nice to
you.
see you after a long time.
Again soon.
Happy journey.
Happy. Thank you.
Happy journey.
Thank you.
Shanti.
Thank you. Enjoy
Thank
Mount
you,
Abu.
Didi. It was nice.